Yo, what's going on, guys? Cultimush back at it with top 5 best graphics cards for the money for the month of December. The holiday season is wrapping up, but there are still some good deals on GPUs. All you have to do is look a little bit, and you can find some good deals on graphics cards ranging from lower-end cards to higher-end cards. It's all available. Albeit maybe not as good as, say, during Black Friday time, but still, compared to prices a few months ago, there are some really solid deals for you guys looking to pick up a new graphics card. So with that being said, let's get right into this with number 5. Starting things off with number 5, the PowerColor Radeon RX 460 2GB video card is available for $100 on Newegg, and there's a $20 mail-in rebate knocking it down to $80. So this GPU, obviously for an $80 GPU, it's not going to perform exceptionally in higher-end games at 1080p. It can run higher-end games, but you'll have to lower settings to games like Grand Theft Auto 5, Witcher 3, Fallout 4 to medium to high, and even then you won't be getting a solid 60 frames per second, but you're probably not expecting that if you're only dropping $80 on a GPU. Ideally, if you're picking up a GPU like this, you've probably already got a pre-built computer, and you're just looking for a cheap graphics card to throw in there to turn it into a pseudo gaming rig. And if you're just looking to play games like League of Legends or World of Warcraft or just lower end games in general, a GPU like this is gonna work really well. And then if you want, you can dabble in higher end games as well. So for the price that it's going for, the RX 460 from PowerColor is a really good option. Moving on to number 4, this is arguably the best deal for a mid-range video card on the market right now. The MSI Radeon RX 470, the 4GB model, is available for $170. Then there's a $20 mail-in rebate, and if you pick up the GPU right now, you get a free copy of Hitman. That is the entire season. That game just came out earlier this year, so I would still value that at like 20 to 30 bucks. You take that into account, and you're getting the GPU for like $120 and an RX 470 for $120. That's a pretty insane deal. Obviously, you have the issue with the mail-in rebate and the fact that you're getting Hitman. Maybe you don't want Hitman. At the very least, that's a game you can download and it'll show off your GPU. That is a very pretty game. And as a free add-on, it's definitely nice. And the RX 470 for this price is a fantastic 1080p video card. If you're playing games like Battlefield 1, Witcher 3, Fallout 4, Deus Ex Mankind Divided, they're gonna run really well. Maybe if you max them out, you're not gonna be getting 50 to 60 frames per second. But even on a game like Battlefield 1, which is one of the primary games people jump over to PC for, that game is gonna run really well with the RX 470. I believe I actually have a video of that on my channel, so you can check that out if you want. It's a very good video card, and the type of performance it offers for this kind of a price is just a winner. Highly recommended if you're looking to build a PC around that $500 range. The RX 470 works really well in those. Moving on to number 3, the XFX Radeon RX 480 4GB model is available for $200. $15 mail-in rebate knocks it down to $185. Unfortunately, with this one, it looks like they aren't giving away free copies of Hitman. I don't know why that is, that they're giving them away with the RX 470 but not the 480. That's the case on Newegg. That just seems a little odd to me, but nonetheless, the RX 480 for $185 is a really good deal. When this GPU came out, the original MSRP was supposed to be $200, but they shot up. And now finally by the holiday, it finally creeped down below $200, which for that price, the RX 480 is an exceptional GPU. It's a lot like the 470. Obviously, it's going to perform a little better, going to give you that extra performance in 1080p, and with the 480, that is the resolution you still want to go for, especially with the 4GB model. You can pick up the 8GB model. Those are about $30 to $40 more expensive. I personally just don't really like it. If you're picking up a GPU at the level of a 480, why pick up an 8GB GPU? It just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But if you have the extra cash to drop, by all means, you can go for it. I just think the 4GB model is the overall better option given its price. Moving on to number 2, the ZOTAC GeForce GTX 1060 6GB model is available for $240. And if you pick it up right now, you get a free NVIDIA gift. You get one of 3 games for absolutely free. Those are Mire, Red Out, and Raw Data. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I haven't played any of those games, so I really can't give an opinion on them. But as a free add-on, you really can't complain about that. With the GTX 1060, the 3GB model is also an option, but I think you should go for the 6GB model. It's because that difference between 3GB and 4GB is actually pretty huge, and going with 3GB is gonna limit you in the future. Maybe not right now, and in actuality, with some games, 3GB is gonna be a bit limiting. So I just think it's a much better option to drop the little bit of extra cash and get the 6GB 1060. And it's not that much more expensive, and for $240, it is a very, very good GPU. Again, for 1080p gaming, but this is one where you can start start doing some 1440p gaming if you want with the 1060. I just think at 1080p is where it's really good. 60 FPS on nearly all games, even higher end games. Obviously, it's going to kill Battlefield 1. I don't really consider that a higher end game anymore. But with games like Deus Ex Mankind Divided, Witcher 3, as long as the game is a solid port on PC, the 1060 is going to do really well on it at 1080p. And then even at 1440p, it can hold up. Finally, number 1 is the Gigabyte GeForce GTX 1070. This is an 8GB video card, and right now it's available for $390 flat. No mail-in rebate or anything like that. And whenever you see a 1070 for sub $400, that is an excellent deal. Unfortunately, right now, it looks like the promotion with getting free copies of Gears of War 4 with this GPU has ended. That sucks because Gears of War 4 was a very nice benefit when you're just picking up a 1070. Still, this is an insane GPU, but I always want to mention now when talking about the 1070 because this is a very popular GPU on the market, but I've noticed with a lot of people when they're picking up this GPU, they are very much overcompensating from what they want out of their PC. I actually have a friend that just picked up this GPU and he was telling me the other day, he's like, why did I buy this GPU? I'm really not even utilizing all of its power. Just understand that the 1070 is a very, very powerful GPU, and you're really getting the most out of it when you're gaming at 1440p. I've noticed that with a lot of people that are picking up the 1070, they just want to do pretty decent 1080p gaming, and the 1070 for a lot of you guys like that is gonna be overkill. And for those of you where it might be overkill, just go with the 1066GB or go with an RX 480. Just realize that the 1070 is an insane video card, even for somebody like me that games at 1440p. I've noticed that I'm overcompensating a little bit, but at 1440p, you're definitely getting the most out of the 1070 possible, and at that resolution, some games will make it struggle. Just understand, 1440p gaming in my eyes is still a niche market, and the 1070 is like the most popular GPU on the market, and I just want people to realize that picking up just a 1060 or an RX 480 is gonna meet what you want out of your PC. But all of that rambling out of the way, the 1070 is an amazing video card for the price. There's a reason why so many people are picking it up, and for sub $400, it's an insane deal, and I would recommend it. So that's gonna wrap up this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Hoping for those of you that are looking to get a last-minute buy before the holidays end, you get it before Christmas, and if not, at least you'll have a new graphics card heading into the new year, so that'll definitely be nice. If you guys have a request for a future video, you can leave that in the comment section down below, and as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.